Hello,
Hello,
and welcome to
and
Kickin,
welcome to
Crocs, the
Kickin.
podcast where we all talk over each other during the intro.
This is how it goes. The loudest part of any episode is the intro.
Yeah,
I know.
People are
Dude,
like, ah.
I seriously, I've listened to some of the
Oh,
episodes
yes,
back,
I have too.
and all I hear is Dave going, hello! I'm like, ah!
It heightens your senses for the actual
Listen,
podcast
I
itself.
can't.
our
man.
job is to help you hone all your skills, including
It
your
shocks you into
senses.
paying attention to us.
It's true.
I like it.
It's very true.
I like it.
Alrighty, well, I am going to turn Nick's levels up just a little bit because he talks mostly quiet, but that's okay, which is fine. We need that. We like
Opposite of real life.
that. I know. It's really weird.
It just, the acoustics in real life are so much better.
Oh,
That's what it really is.
so we're Kickin' Crocs, the podcast.
Anyways,
You know us.
we're Kickin' Crocs, the podcast where we talk about martial arts and kicking stuff. My name is Steve, one half of Kickin' Crocs.
I am Dave, the main half of Kickin' Crocs.
I'm Nick, shadow half, sitting next to the main half. What's
No,
up,
I only
guys?
said that because Nick is like, oh, maybe we need some guest hosts when your wife has the baby. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Only the shadow half.
We didn't even bother getting like someone to replace him either. I mean, we had Crocs
So throw a
Yeah,
comment
so
in
we
there
had
who you
Crocs
would
Mago
like
and
to
Crocs
Cat.
see
Mago, that was
guest
it.
host with us to fill in for Dave once or twice while he is taking care of the amazing new addition that's
No, it's
coming
okay.
soon.
There is no
Once he has the
nomination yet.
baby, he's never
No,
going
when
to show
it's
up here
coming soon,
again.
I just said coming
Show
soon.
up at my house. I'm never going to show up at my house. I'm pretty sure I'll
I
show
meant
up
on
here.
the podcast, but okay.
Oh, I'll be here.
No, he won't be here. He'll be gone. He'll be gone
Have
forever.
I missed any episodes? Have I missed any
Is your
episodes?
kid born yet?
Have I missed an episode?
No.
Why would you assume I would miss an episode?
Because your kid's not born yet.
Life won't
This
stop.
is
We're
not
gearing
you
up. We're
missing an
preparing.
episode. This is us granting you leave.
Yes.
No, there's
yes,
no leave.
exactly.
You'll come here.
Exactly.
Baby will cry in the background. We'll do a podcast.
Baby will cry in the background.
Neglect
no matter what.
beginning
And
on air.
And turning up the noise gate right now.
Exactly.
He's got to learn early where Crocs stand in importance to him.
Now hold your croc pacifier. Be quiet.
We gotta get those speakers, by the way.
Right?
We
I
gotta get
didn't
those
send that. I
What
sent that to
speakers?
you. I didn't
There
send it to
is
Nick. I didn't send it to you.
Bluetooth
Mhm.
speakers that
Yeah.
are gibbets.
They're gibbets, but they're Bluetooth speakers.
Oh, cool.
And we have been sent them, and we would like to acquire some for ourselves.
I looked them up
to
on Prime Day. I almost
some
bought a
fun.
pair, but
What?
I couldn't
You
tell if they were
always
the right
say
ones.
Almost, man.
They
You
would
should get
fit
'em.
well on some of the new design concepts that have been coming through our texts.
I just think
try
it
to
would
see
be
like-
cool to
Stuff we
do.
can't talk about
a
too much, but we
music-
will one day.
I just think it would be cool to do a music battle. Like he plays music, I play music.
Yeah, we do like a
battle
croc
with-
dance battle with some martial arts mixed
I
in.
like
It's
that.
like a croc fight scene.
You know that I
We
would
should do
have
the
to
Croc
break out the
Dance
pink
video game,
Crocs.
arcade game.
We
Where
need
they
to do
dance
that, yeah.
with Crocs. We'll have to go through- It'll be an on the road episode.
Ooh.
On the road episode.
On the
On
road,
the road
episode.
We need to have some of those. Yes, I
This is
like
great.
it.
This is a great start.
This is so good.
Everybody is like, this is the most boring episode ever.
No way,
Sorry, everybody.
No way, folks.
We
you
know you
guys
love us.
want to dance with your Crocs on. So
Did we talk about the water park the last time we were on the? I said everybody. have
Oh
any
no,
Crocs?
no, we didn't talk about the two people that you randomly stopped and make.
Which
them
I
throw
love
a
that
kick in their
video, by the
Crocs.
way.
Oh, I'm gonna be
It's
doing
great.
a lot more. That was my first test run. Next time I'll actually like teach them how to throw the kick.
I was about to say, like, I thought we were going to be teaching them the kick. You're
but
just like,
they
hey, go like
did.
this.
Shout out to both the girls.
Yeah.
They did fantastic.
What were the names?
I don't remember. I'd have to watch. The
Okay,
video.
I'll
have to
look it up
watch
right
it.
now.
But
Girls, you did awesome.
and I wish I had some kind of card to give them because I'm just like, oh yeah, I do an Instagram thing. And
I was looking up magnet cards the other day.
yeah,
so I was thinking
something
about
where I
it.
could say this is us.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
But
I got
it was a spur of the moment thing. I saw the Crocs.
They
It was an opportunity. I grabbed it.
what's crazy is they had the best energy for it. Like they were
They did.
super
They did. They were super into
excited.
it.
They
Yeah.
were super happy.
Right.
It was the perfect energy for it. It was cool.
Well, you know what it was? I didn't want to stop people because at the water park, because you normally just go to the ride, they were flipping their Crocs off
Okay.
and going on the ride.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to catch anybody going on the ride. But that was at the end of the day when we were going into the gift shop. So
Okay.
nobody was going.
Rides yet, yeah.
Nobody was really. They were just in the gift shop. So I was like, oh, this is a good opportunity because I'm not interfering with any major
Events going
yeah,
on. Yeah,
yeah.
they're just walking around the
It's
gift
usually
shop.
at the end of the day they check that.
No,
out.
no, it looked perfect. Like it was such a cool moment.
And then I was like, nobody's
great.
filming this with me, so it's just me. So I'm like, I gotta try and how do I teach it to them? Like I didn't know how to film myself teaching them how to do it.
Who was with you? When
Nobody.
you
Well, nobody at that point. We had my nephew and my mom, but they were off kind of doing their thing, and they didn't want any involvement in me talking to strangers. So I had no camera.
Your mom's like, I don't know him.
Their names were Gabby and Maddie.
Gabby and Maddie, awesome job on throwing your first
So
front
I had
kick
no way to
in a
actually
Croc.
talk to him.
Awesome.
To like film.
We'll work it out.
It's a 2-person job. It's what I'm
It
saying.
really is. It's one of those things where you and I need to plan a day where we go to the boardwalk and just say, okay, this is what we're doing. This is why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
This is
you
our
can't.
only purpose in life.
It's hard to teach somebody and hold the
Camera at the same time?
camera at the same
Yeah,
time.
you're not wrong, yeah.
No, yeah,
So,
but it was cool.
It was a first attempt.
I thought it was
First
great.
attempt in learning.
I thought it was fun because it was very organic. Like it was like you're just chatting with them. They're laughing. They're enjoying the time, and they just threw their legs up, and that was it. Kick
Yeah,
time.
you know what? Yeah, why not?
Kick.
It did pretty good on YouTube as well. It's got, I think it's almost 500 views.
Woo!
I didn't upload that the same day that you uploaded it to Instagram. I didn't get to it
That's okay.
until I think it was like a day or two later. So I wonder what it's at on Instagram.
Now you
right
saw there was a comment about you singing the song. You still have to write it.
I'm working on it. It's been a busy week.
And they needed my vote. I placed my vote. You're singing the song. So we are good to go as soon as the lyrics are ready.
I'm
you
working
guys
on it.
will see
I did-
Steve
I did-
singing soon.
I did take a minute and look up famous hymns.
He's not just a good-looking young guy, but he also can sing.
So it's been a crazy busy week at the martial arts school,
Yep.
at the just in general. I've had so much going on this week, getting ready for the baby, dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, and we had a carnival at the school.
We did. We had Carnival Night at the
It's
school.
just so
Went
much.
Great. Very well. There was no
So-
rain, thankfully.
Speaking of
they've
Carnival,
been talking about a
Yeah.
storm for the last like 6 days, and we got nothing.
but
Nothing.
speaking of Carnival, what's your favorite Carnival ride? Like if you go to a Carnival.
Ride?
Yeah, like,
No.
or even thing you do. Like you go to a Carnival, what is it? Something that Dave has to do at a Carnival?
Dave
Is
has
it a
to do it at
food
carnival.
or is it an event or a
Well,
game?
we'll go. So my wife
Like
and I.
Monmouth County Fair,
my
something
mom,
like that.
my mom, my wife and I, my mom, who's basically like my mother.
She needs to be, unfortunately.
Kelsey, confirm.
We go to the Monmouth Fair every year. We didn't go this year. We're not going this year.
Oh,
Well,
Yep,
it's right
I
by
know
our
one.
due date.
Oh, when we have the guest speaker, got it. Yeah.
So, but no, normally we go. We play the games. I like to play the games. I'm not really a big ride.
You have a favorite
person.
game or a game you
Um,
just prefer?
Not
Come on, fair
really.
game.
Not really. I like the try and knock things down games. I do like that rope ladder where you have to try and like climb up the
That is
shaky rope
crazy
ladder.
hard. That is crazy hard.
That's a hard one.
Kelsey said that she agrees that game is hard.
Yes.
That game's hard, but I do like
yeah.
playing that. I do get a kick out of that one.
Yeah. That one's really. That's one where it's like going like on a heavy angle.
the
over
only
big,
the only like boardwalk
blow-up,
boardwalk style ride. I like bumper cars. If there's
Love
bumper
bumper
cars.
Oh, bumper cars are the best.
Love it. Did you know now? So in Seaside, if you're not certain
Seaside,
height,
New Jersey.
yeah, sorry, Seaside, New Jersey. If you're not a certain height, Luca, you can't even go on the ride
Not
with
throw
a
anybody under the
parent.
bus.
Yeah, no, I do know
Not
that.
even with a parent.
Well,
It's
dude,
weird.
I don't know if you heard of this thing called CTE, but
I didn't think though that they would be.
any type of rocking.
No, I know, but okay.
That's why bumper cars are
So heavily watched,
hard
monitored
to
now.
come
yeah.
by these days.
Yeah.
But and I do like
We
the
did it like every day, I think, on our cruise a year ago. They
I
had it
do
on the
like,
cruise.
There was bumper
Bumper
cars
cars on the cruise?
on
They would-
the cruise
on the
ship.
basketball court. They would empty out the basketball court, bring the nets off, and it became a bumper car.
That
Were they worried about like
is
car
crazy.
overboard?
Yeah. I know.
Imagine if a car drove off the boat. Because what
That
are they?
would be fun.
Normally, the ones that I've
It's-
gone to, the
it's
bumper cars are
indoors.
attached to the ceiling. They have like a line up to the
Nope,
ceiling.
it wasn't.
Obviously, there's no ceiling on this. So
What
what-
Cruise are you on?
yeah,
Royal Caribbean, baby. Go for it. It's a
Royal
great time.
Caribbean.
Well,
I've seen commercials for this.
I also
really
like
good.
tilt-a-whirls.
Oh, not me. Oh.
I also like tilt-a-whirls.
Oh.
I'll do a tilt-a-whirl.
Okay, cool.
But I don't do any roller coasters.
How
I
about
don't
you,
do like a
Steve?
Himalaya. None of that nonsense.
Hmm?
How about you?
What is your
If you go to like a Farmers Fair or a carnival, like what is it like that Steve enjoys to do?
I actually have not been to too many of them, so I
I'll
don't
have to
really
take it to
know.
the Monmouth County Fair.
Mm.
So you have to take me and find out. I'm not a big roller coaster guy. I definitely don't do roller coasters. I love bumper cars though. I would totally be in for some bumper cars. I've done at I think it's Jenkinson's Boardwalk, the swing one where they spin you faster,
Oh
faster,
my
faster, faster,
gosh,
faster.
You want to see all my
No.
food?
Yeah,
I
Let's
won't
do
do
this.
that.
I've done that one.
You guys
I
do the
was
ones
fine
where
on
you,
that
where
one.
it spins in
No.
and you're stuck to the wall.
That's called.
No.
It used to be called the Gravitron.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
I
I've
can't
done
do
that one. I've done.
Oof,
I
once.
did that one pirate ship one, like
Where it just
the
goes back.
swings,
Oh, I won't
like
do
the
that either.
pendulum,
Yeah.
and it just goes higher and higher until you're
Nah,
almost upside
pass.
down. I did that one once, and I was like, I'm good.
You know, Disney has
That's
a
crazy.
Disney World has a Mission Earth or something
Yeah.
like that, and they have the easy track where it doesn't. It's not.
Yeah, it's almost like Rolling Thunder. It's very
It's nothing.
light.
Well, it's not Space Mountain. It's a simulator,
Okay.
right? So what happens is they have the easy one where it's just a simulator, and they have the hard one where it's a simulator like an astronaut would use, where it's actually spinning.
Oh.
So when you do the blast off, you actually pull. It's I think 1 to 2 G's.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
Did you try it?
That is.
So what happens is
crazy.
you have to keep your head into the you have headsets, so
Yeah.
you have to lean your head forward into it. And they tell you very specifically, do not take your head out of the headset and look around because you'll get.
Yeah, because it'll stop suddenly.
It's the only
yeah.
ride in Disney that has a vomit bag on it. So I'm like, I went with my sister and my friend John at the time. So we opted to do the harder path. They talked me into it because it's just a simulator.
One time only.
Oh no.
Wow. I'm like the only person. I'm like,
Did
whoa.
you abuse that vomit bag?
Well, I did not because I kept my
Whoa.
head forward. But
he
it's
was
like
smart. He kept his head.
when
in
you do the
headset.
blast off, it legitimately feels like you're blasting off. And each person has a role assigned to them. So you have to do things while you're. So it blasts. You're like, and then you're spinning, and you have to hit something. And like I kept missing my job. They're like, you gotta hit it. I'm like, no, I don't want to move.
We're gonna die. I don't care. We're going together.
So the blast off, and when you come back down to the landing, you
Oh,
feel
my.
everything. It's like I had to sit down after the ride. I was like, I am done for a minute.
Wow.
Let me just get my bearings before I. Oh, awful.
That's too funny.
Well.
That's-
Fair-wise, Isabella is the water gun.
I like
the water
those.
gun battle.
Yeah.
She loves the water gun. Loves the water gun battle.
that sounds like it'd be fun.
Luca likes the uneventful for me, but likes again the fishing game where it's like a little magnet on the end of a.
Yeah, those are cool.
Nice.
But he's getting it. They both love the rides actually. Like they are
Yeah.
ride enthusiasts, unlike their father. They love the rides.
Well, thank God my wife likes rides, so I can escape that again.
We go with my neighbor. We go with my brother-in-law. Him and his wife love rides too, which is
We
great.
went
So.
we went to Disney World one time, and it was my wife, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my sister, both my nephews.
Okay.
They all went on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
Oh, I've heard of this.
I've been on that ride twice, and I will never go on it again.
I've been
So
on
my
it twice,
nephews are trying to go.
Why would you go on it twice?
My nephews are trying to goat me into going onto it, and I'm like, nah, it's not happening. So I held everybody's bags, and I bought myself a Mickey pretzel. A
Oh,
pretzel shaped like Mickey. So when we get off the ride, they get off the ride, and my youngest nephew Logan's like, "You were scared to go on." I was like, "Yep." And then want a
Now
piece-
you don't get pretzel.
and he wanted a piece. He wanted a piece of my pretzel. I'm like, pretzels for people that don't go on rides.
No, you didn't.
nice.
You know you gave him a piece.
No. Yeah, I think I did. Probably. No, pretzels are for non-ride goers.
Well, I'll tell you.
Non-ride.
So,
Then I get a pretzel.
not to go away
So you're not a
from-
ride goer either.
I'm not.
No?
I don't like roller coasters or any type of ride that
Nice.
makes it even if it's a simulation. I don't like it.
Simulations get me worse.
I
than the
could do
actual
the no.
rides.
I could do simulations. Soarin' Disney's not
I
bad.
haven't
The
got-
Star Wars
the
one,
ride was so
all that
long,
stuff
I
is not
hated it.
bad. I can't do
Soren, what's that based off of?
nothing. There's an Avatar.
It is.
There-
It's
no,
Avatar, isn't it?
Soarin's not an Avatar. There is an
Oh, I
Avatar
thought it
ride
was.
there.
Yes.
There is an
Okay.
Avatar ride there. I think some.
I
but
thought Soarin was
is
it.
no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Because as in like soaring
Yeah,
through
you're
the
flying.
sky.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's actually one of the simulators too, where it brings you all the way up.
Mm.
So that's a little trippy because you're like in a globy style room and you're hanging. You can look down and you're like, oh.
Well, they have it in Universal Studios. The Harry Potter rides are a mixture of
Yeah, that
digital
freaks me
and
out. I've
real.
done
so
some
it's the
of
roller
that.
coaster stops digital, then roller coaster again. Like it really gets you. That's the only ride I ever saw. Nicole came off white as a ghost.
That's funny.
My
I
so
was like,
Kelsey,
hey, you're gonna be like, oh.
Kelsey always
You're
laughs.
gonna want to sit down.
Kelsey always laughs at me because what I do is if we're in line for a ride where it's supposedly something I can do, I will consistently ask everybody around me, everybody coming off.
Is this
ride,
okay? Is this okay?
Bad?
You
How
feeling
bad
good?
was it? Was it bad? What was it like? How high is it? Like, I will ask like every person I can find. She's like,
Little
stop.
5-year-old comes here. It's horrible. I'm done. Dave's like, I'm out.
That's exactly.
5-year-old says bad. Can't do it.
I trust 5-year-olds. They're
Well,
honest.
so
It's
it's
true.
deceiving
No
because
filters.
sometimes, like, I got dragged on. So when my buddy John Hosh and I ran our first half marathon together, right? We took like a week and a half. We did every ride. Like, we did all of Disney. We did all of Universal, right? So that was our thing. And he got me on more rides I think I've ever been on in my life. But, like, he would logic his way into getting me onto the ride, and then I'd be like, oh, I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
I shouldn't be here.
he got me on the Mummy in Universal, which is a pretty intense roller coaster.
Never been
And
on
I
one.
had no idea. I don't do intense roller coasters. So he's reasoning it to me. He goes, it can't be higher than the building. And I'm looking at it going, he's right. It's inside the building. It's an indoor roller coaster. So I'm like, great. Yeah, it can't be higher than the building.
The
Right.
ceiling opens.
Right.
Imagine.
Well, I got
Oh
it.
no,
Can't be higher than the building.
it's different.
So we get, the line to the outside and you get within the building. What I didn't realize is that it goes
Down.
down. So like you see the building, but the ride starts way down there.
You're like, this
Like
is
in the
6
basement.
floors under
That's what I'm
the
saying.
4-story building.
I was like, oh no. As we kept taking stairs down, I was like, oh no. I know what's happening right now.
I
He's
see
like,
you through
no,
your trickery.
Deceitful witch, how
I
dare you?
was like, this is gonna be bad. And then whenever the harness is strapped down, I was like, oh no. This is not just a lap bar. This is gonna get serious.
What have I done?
Yeah. No.
I have been deceived.
Yeah.
Wow.
That ride was awful too.
I love that.
Awful.
Did you have the shoulder straps on?
Yeah.
That's important.
Every
No striking.
every
the shoulder
picture-
straps.
every-
No hitting
every
the shoulder
picture,
straps.
they take a
Safety.
picture. So every picture they have on that particular trip is my buddy John knows where the cameras are. Like he finds the camera, so he's always pointing
Oh,
at the
yeah,
camera.
they take the pictures. Yep.
So he can so every picture is him smiling and pointing at the camera,
Yes.
and me eyes closed, mouth open, screaming.
It's like you and a knife Mario Kart. Got it. Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
There you go.
Well, how do you know? How would you know? You don't play Mario
Not
Kart.
anymore. Oh, I got to tell you guys, right? So put in your comments your favorite thing to do at any kind of a fair. You don't have to go as big as like Disney and Universal, even though the conversation took us there.
Well, yeah,
More
that's
like
What's
true.
your favorite
localized
rides?
fairs.
What's your favorite events? What's your favorite games?
to play.
Well, I
Have a
mean,
boardwalk. Like,
the thing
what
that
do you like
ruined
to do?
rides for me as a kid was a little fair game.
Oh,
You
yeah,
remember
what
the octopus?
was it? Yeah.
It would rise up and then it would spin you. It would rise up and down. That's what ruined rides for me for my whole life.
Oh,
I went
jeez.
on it when I was 3. My mom took me on when I was 3.
That's not a ride for kids that are 3.
No. And then I started screaming as soon as it started. And my mom was trying to get the carnival person
Pay attention.
to stop the ride, but they don't stop the ride.
They
just
can't.
keep
It's on a
going.
timer unless there's like
Yeah.
a physical
So-
emergency.
This
other
is
than
an
the
emer-
speed.
they
So
had
I
emergency
have
button,
vague memories of it because again I was 3. But according to my mother and my father, I for the remainder of the last 3 weeks after that carnival, screamed,
Aw.
like wake up in dreams, like screaming about it, wrecked
Wow.
me for life.
Well,
Yeah, that was a deep
yeah,
scar,
that's
huh?
tough.
Yeah.
For me, it was the Gravitron.
The
And
Gravitron.
I
did it
got
for you.
suckered into.
That's
by
at
some
every
friends.
carnival.
It is when kids are climbing up the walls upside down like something out of Exorcist. I'm like, I shouldn't be on this ride. It was crazy.
They
in
still
there.
have that at the boardwalks.
Nicole's favorite game is any claw game.
They're rigged now, though.
Yeah, they've always been rigged.
Wait,
They've always
no,
been
but they're
rigged.
way worse these days.
Always been rigged.
Yeah, but not like they are now.
Yeah.
I've done claw games sometimes.
Now they have the giant claw games, which are great. Like you win these
yeah,
huge.
the giant
things.
ones are cool. Yeah, I like
They have
that.
the Xboxes in there that you never win.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, you never get the actual.
We did
big
makeshift carnival night. We had a carnival night. We did makeshift games.
Yes.
It was
So
a lot of
what
fun.
was your favorite game of the games? No, I think the kids have to have loved Dunk Tank.
Dunk
Sensei.
Tank
Oh,
was
that
Dunk
was the
Tank was
big
the number
hit,
one.
yeah.
Dunking, the
Um,
Senseis, and the
That was
Masters.
the big
Yeah, a
hit.
lot of games are popular today. I had a lot of people towards the end coming to my fitness
Face
challenges.
paint, by the way. Awesome job, Lynn.
Good
Len-
job,
Len
Len.
with the
Len was
face
on the
paint. Killing
podcast.
it.
She did the face paint.
She was
Yeah.
doing like belts, like black belts and tattoos
Oh,
like
that's
that. It was
cool.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
that was pretty cool.
Hey, you had a fitness challenge, you said?
Well, hang bar
Yep.
and a balance challenge.
Oh, that bounce challenge, I'm sure.
So it was good.
tough.
It was solid.
I like that. Dave, I see. What were you manning?
He was dunk.
I started with the board breaking
right.
station. I had the rebreakable boards.
Fun. Saw
And,
that.
And then
the-
you were
the
also
one-
in the dunk tank.
I got into the dunk tank a couple of times. Yeah, I only intended to get into it once, and then
By
a kid
popular
and then-
demand.
And then a kid said that they wanted to dunk me, and I was like, okay. So I got back in, and then of course after someone's back in, then the line forms again, and now you're kind of stuck there. So
Sensei Lauren was in there for a little
Yeah.
bit, and she had her mermaid tail on
Yeah,
for
yeah.
one go. She cracked her shin. Like
like,
on
mermaid,
and
out.
but you couldn't stand up in the thing, so
No,
you couldn't
you
get
can't.
back out of
You
it.
can't get back
It's
out.
very
And again, it's
challenging.
not. You're not in a pool. You're in a
No,
dunk
you're in a
tank.
dunk
You have nowhere to
tank.
move.
Yeah, you don't have nowhere to go. I mean, there was a little bit. It was it was large enough.
How
so
did the Fight the Sensei stand go?
that
We didn't do it.
didn't do that.
Oh,
it was
you
way
didn't do
too
that.
hot.
No, it was way too
Yeah,
hot to
that
put someone in
gear
the
was
suit.
hard.
So
No.
whoever was in that would have died. It
No, it was way
so
too hot.
outside.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I
we're
mean,
not
who
allowed
we were gonna put into it was already dying. Just
As
like
the
the
V.
balloon
A
dart
V.
thing.
not gonna name any names. V
Ooh,
rocket.
balloon dart. Balloon dart. I love that. That's a
Yeah,
very
we
good
had
one.
Balloon dart was good.
Isabel's really good at balloon
The
dart.
balloon dart was a really good one. That one was pretty popular.
Very cool. I like that. Well, so you guys had a really good showing today.
Yeah, it was good. It was
You know,
fun.
the only
We
thing that
did.
would have ruined that showing is if someone tried to copy it. That probably used to work for you. You know, that's probably the worst thing that could happen.
You are
Is that-
trying
is that
really
your
hard
transition?
to transition.
Worst transitions
He's
ever.
trying
Take
really
notes,
hard
folks. Show me your better
to
transition
transition topics
from one topic to the
That
other.
was a bad transition.
Commented it. It was a really forced
This is
transition.
a weak segue.
So,
a forced
what
segue.
Nick is
It
trying
was a
to
straight-up
transition
scooter
to-
segue action right there.
What Nick is trying to transition to.
It wasn't a
is-
squeegee. That was a squeegee. It wasn't even a segue. It was more of a squeegee.
Yes, I
What Nick
remember how
was
many people don't
trying
know
to
what that is.
transition to was one Michaela Day, also a former guest on the podcast once.
Will one day be a guest again?
One day we'll be a guest
Transition.
again.
Success.
She sent, if you want to call it a success, she sent us something, an article on Instagram.
At the social media network.
Believe it or not, I heard
It
there's
competes
this.
with-
I heard there's this brand on it called Kickin Crocs.
Competes
Yeah.
with Thread.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we're on Threads.
We're
I
on
know.
Threads.
No,
We
they
are
can-
on Threads, by the
Oh,
way.
no, they don't.
everybody.
No,
It's
they're
all
not. They're the
Facebook.
same company.
Oh, Twitter.
Yeah.
They
Right.
could be Twitter. We're on
Yeah,
Threads
yeah,
now. You
yeah,
might
we're
not
on
keep up on
Threads.
the.
If you
No,
guys
we
are at
complain about
Threads,
it.
follow
You
us.
gotta keep up on the
Same
other-
thing. Kickin Crocs on Threads. Follow us.
Nick, you got to keep up on everything else we do other than the podcast.
I heard we have 5-star reviews on our Apple, or 6 5-star reviews on Apple, which is good.
In Apple, that's great. I know
Yeah.
on Spotify, the number has gone up on Spotify as
long
well.
as we're over
I haven't
18.
checked Google Podcasts. Anyways, we're getting off target.
Yes.
So the Instagram post she sent to me, and you as well, obviously, because we both.
Well, you
love
never
Instagram.
know who's your.
never know.
That's a thrill of our Instagrammers.
You never know.
It could be Steve. It could be we both read everything,
Mhm.
but the responses could come from either of us. Same with our
Yes.
thread. Sometimes you're posting a thread. Sometimes I'm posting a thread. You never
You
know.
never know.
Never the time.
But what we
am I
both
posting
read,
on
yeah,
it.
It's never
the time.
Nick, by the
Nick.
way.
It's never,
It's never Nick.
He makes his own
I'll
comments from his
comment
own separate
as myself.
social
Yeah.
medias.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nick is never the guy behind the.
You're welcome.
Gotta
That's
change
by design.
keyboard.
Okay, so
It could be. but I'm good.
what Michaela sent to us, it says Crocs targets rival brand / former employee in trade secret lawsuit. So, and
Somebody's
the
trying
caption,
to take the secrets.
yeah, and the caption reads as this: Crocs is waging a new trade secret lawsuit and adding a new one. Since like there's been an old one.
I guess so. We
Guess
have to
I'll have to go
research
look back,
this.
yeah.
This is a premature talking about it. We haven't done the research.
haven't done a lot of
Let's go.
research.
We'll
I mean,
update on
I
it.
have the
Former
articles.
topics.
So they are adding another layer to a larger legal battle with a former employee who allegedly jumped ship to start a rival footwear company. According to the complaint that it filed in a Colorado federal court this month, Crocs claims that, well, should I say the name of the person? I guess I can. It's on Instagram anyways.
We're just reading an
Well, it's
article.
on Instagram. You're reading the article.
Crocs claims that
We get
Kellen
minutes on
McCarville
Mhm.
is on the hook for stealing proprietary and highly confidential business information that he has used to develop, manufacture, and market footwear products for the knockoff brand Joybees.
Okay, so stop right there for a half a second.
Sure thing.
So this is a family show. We have a lot of kids on here too, right? So all the stuff that Sensei Steven is saying in a nutshell is someone took Crocs designs or Crocs shoes and try to make their own and change the name. That's really what
Here.
they're saying. They took some of the ideas and said, hey, I like your ideas. I want to make my own toys with the same ideas. I'm going to give it my own name.
It's like if somebody
and
took
try to do
Swedish fish and it made like
Swiss
Texas fish.
fish.
Yeah. But they're
Right.
exactly
Switzerland
they
fish.
look
Exactly the
exactly the
same.
same.
Here, so
And they
I'm
had
gonna
the same
show.
recipe that they stole.
I'm gonna show.
Exactly.
Nick hasn't seen this yet. I'm gonna show Nick They did a side-by-side comparison of the two brands just to show the similarities and stuff like that. And I guess what we can do is we could just post it on our Instagram just to show
We'll
people.
share the article. We
can share that.
Yeah, it's always good to give a reference.
So here you go.
Got it.
You got
So
Crocs
this
on
is
the
like
left, Joybees on the right.
the new one, the Joybees, which are
I've seen Joybees
apparently
before.
the stolen brand.
I've seen them in
Yeah.
Walmart. Or
They
something.
look like I don't want to say sleeker Crocs, but like
not
thinner.
sleeker. How dare
Thinner
you,
Crocs.
sir?
I mean,
There's less
they look
body to
thinner.
them, right?
They're
There's
not.
less-
Yeah, they're
No,
not
but
as
they look.
chunky.
But they look. See, they look like a different version of the Croc. Like
Yeah.
Croc
without
sells
a doubt,
stuff like
it
that.
follows the Croc look absolutely to the
It looks
T
like
almost.
that could be a subset of Crocs, like the
Yeah.
Light Rise or the Bistros or the Off
And again, I think the big issue here, and I do believe, again, I'm not part of the legal team, neither are we, but I do believe Crocs has a leg to stand on, is they used to work for them. They were high in the company.
Right.
You had said that the article reference said they actually had access to some back end information on how you
confidential business secrets, and that they used those secrets to make this Joybees.
And that could
product.
be anything. That could even be contacts with like
certain manufacturers,
certain manufacturers or
distributors.
distributors.
Yep. They said produce, manufacture, produce, and market. I think was what was written, or something. I can read
Yeah.
it.
And again, right, we're learning together here, folks, right? Kids too. So that means I took your Swedish fish, I called it Texas fish, and I'm going to sell it at all the same stores and make all the same money that I took from your ideas. I'm taking all your ideas. I changed the name. I made the fish a little bit thinner, but I'm going to make all the same money.
Right.
Is that really fair when someone else did all the work at making it and
That's the
creating
thing.
it?
You get.
That's
you
a tough
can't-
one.
you
It's a
can't-
tough one.
It's kind of
Because
like
we don't know all the facts. We're just reading
no,
the
we don't.
article,
We're just reading the article here.
right? So we're not saying yes
no,
or no.
no. I know all the
So-
facts. Crocs are better than Joybees. That's what I think.
That is a fact.
Brand loyalty.
Yeah.
That's
It says
Are we
that
gonna have to go to the
yeah.
store and try on Joybees? Not buy
I
them.
believe
but
they're
try
at
'em on.
Walmart. I think I've seen them at Walmart.
We'll have to try them on.
That's
I will not put
yeah.
those on my feet.
Well, I mean, we'll have to try them on to tell them how horrible they are.
We'll
How
throw a kick
horrible
in it and
they
they'll
are.
break it and then we'll have to
It'll
leave.
fly off.
This is terrible sport mode.
They don't even rhyme with anything.
No.
Joybees.
Joybees.
Joybees. I mean, whatever rhymes with
Kickin'
bees.
and Joybees.
Gelling with Joybees.
I was saying
don't
that'd
know.
be jumping and Joybees. That'll be the rival
Man.
brand.
Jailing and Joybees.
It'll be another jail. That's what this guy's gonna be doing. Can I at least wear my food products in jail?
You wouldn't even want to wear them. I don't want to wear these things. Give me some Crocs.
Imagine. That'd be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's a tough one. When you're telling me about that, I'm not completely surprised because you see knockoff brands of everything. But the fact that this guy's going, possibly international with it, right? He's getting
There's
really
so
big with
many
it.
knockoff brands of so many different things.
All the time.
It's just what happens.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a good thing, someone's going to try to make some money off of it.
Oh, for
I
sure.
mean, how many times you go to a concert and they're selling T-shirts in the parking lot that are not supposed to be licensed versions of the T-shirts, but they sell them anyway, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
there's been Crocs for a long time, like knockoff Crocs.
Oh,
I
don't
think-
I know it?
I think the thing is that this is like a former employee. I think that's really the problem.
And most of those companies, right, that when you get to national level or above, they do the NDAs, right, non-disclosure, and they also
Exactly.
and the non-competes,
Non-competes.
right, the NCs.
So if this
But-
guy signs something like that,
But I'll tell you, a non-compete is so difficult to hold up in court on a low level. Now, because he's done he made a full brand out of it, and he's commercialized it so heavily, they might have a significant leg to stand on. And he was pretty high up in Crocs.
Right.
But in most cases, both a non-compete and non-disclosure, those are tough.
So let me ask you this: do you think Crocs lawyers wear Crocs, like the professional Crocs?
They better.
I was about to say,
They better walk
not?
into the courthouse of Crocs or they're fired.
I mean,
Let 'em go. Let 'em go,
I have
folks.
Crocs I would feel comfortable walking into a legal battle with.
Ready to win. Ready
Yeah,
to win.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could do it.
And then do you think what was it, Joybees?
Joybees.
Do you think they come hobbling in with their poor knockoff shoes? They're great, I swear.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm dying. in here.
Fake suits.
That's it. It's just the t-shirt suit.
Yeah,
The t-shirt
it's,
suit.
it's a tuxedo shoot.
It's summer. It's hot in here. This is-
Casual Friday.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the show Jury Duty?
I don't think so.
It just made me think of it because that's a great show. You got to watch it.
Okay. Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's not appropriate for kids.
No.
I don't think so.
Then don't watch
But it's a
it.
good show. It's a good show.
Then don't watch it.
Then don't watch
Well,
it.
it's
Watch it
actually
without your kids there.
For a
Watch it
minute,
without-
they were gonna say Night Court. 'Cause
watch
they
it without
rewatched
your kids
Night
there,
Court's
but
an old show.
It's so the basic gist. I'll give you the gist. One guy thinks he's on jury duty, and everybody else is an actor. It's a reality show,
Okay. I get the
So,
concept of it.
but it's pretty neat
Cool.
because they have to keep maintaining. So sometimes, like 1 or 2 times, they slip up, and he almost catches on that this is all fake.
Oh no.
He thinks he's part of a documentary
Oh no.
on
How many
like
episodes
an
is it?
inside look into the jury duty system, right?
And it's a
but
big
it's-
joke.
It's Well, they keep presenting with moral tests, like the
Is
characters.
it like Impractical Jokers, but like a long
Nah,
movie?
So it's not
kind
comedic.
of.
It's not
It's
really-
comedic.
It is.
It's
okay.
comedic, but they keep putting him into like moral conundrums where like it's comedic, but like how's he gonna handle it? It's only one season because lightning in a bottle because the guy's like awesome, like he's really like a cool dude, and I'm
Oh,
glad
okay.
I'm glad to see that he's really gotten some fame off of this just from being a nice dude. But
He
yeah, it's
took
a
it
great
well.
show. Oh, it's a great show.
Nice.
Not appropriate for kids. Some parts.
But
yeah.
for the 9 kids,
For
what is it
parents,
called one more time?
Any parent listening, when your kids go to bed, watch Jury Duty on Amazon.
All right, I
Jury
like
Duty
it.
on Amazon.
No sponsor. We just like the show. He
Yep,
wants to
just
see it.
sounds like we just like the
I'll have
show.
to check it out. I'll have
Yeah,
to check it out because I have not seen it yet. I'm still trying to cartoon up and see the new Spider-Man movie. The
I
cartoon
need to
one.
see that too.
We all
Everybody
need
that
to
sees
see
it said it's so good.
I have not.
We
I
gotta
thought
go
you went
see
with
it.
your dad.
No, I did not.
We all gotta go see it. You know what's coming out? The Ninja Turtles movie.
That's also true. There's a lot
I feel like
coming
the Ninja
out.
Turtle movie though. I'm gonna watch that on stream.
No, I gotta see
I
it. I
don't
want to go to
know.
theater and see. I see Ninja Turtle movies in theaters. I want to see that. I want to see Indiana Jones and
heard Indiana
Spider Verse.
You've heard of stuff about Indiana Jones, right?
I just still gotta see it.
What do you mean?
Okay. This
I
Indiana Jones movie
never-
that just came out was widely recognized by fans and critics alike as the worst.
I
Indiana
don't
Jones movie
follow
ever.
critics
Mm.
or fans.
Well, it's getting beat up by that other movie that's out.
right, yeah, but
What's it called? The
I've heard mixed opinions. 'Cause
Oh,
I read a review
I'll
the other
tell you
day.
later.
I read a review the other day.
It's not really a family.
I
It
read
is, but it isn't.
okay.
I read a-
It's a
I read a
documentary-based movie. So
Oh.
I read a
Okay.
review the other day though that was pretty like it talked about some of the heat that Indiana Jones is taking, but he took a different stance. He was like it was the best finale of an Indiana Jones movie. Like
is it? Was
to-
it? What's the
it's
premise?
his last movie. So he's
Yeah.
like it
I
had
hope
everything.
So. Poor Harrison Ford can't keep doing this.
But he's like it
He's
had
70s.
But he's
Yeah,
like, it
man.
had everything I wanted from an Indiana Jones film. It's like people are expecting like the expectations are so different these days. Where like they expect.
And what's horrible is you never just enjoy the movie.
Listen,
just sit down and
If
enjoy the
any
movie. Relax.
if any Indiana Jones movies from the past came out today, critics would pan them.
I'll tell you what's interesting. Like so, and this was I had a really nice conversation with Izzy the other day. We're sitting outside by the pool and just chilling out, just her and I. Right, the night was kind of wrapping up, and we were talking about movies and stuff, and we mentioned the Little Mermaid movie. That's the live action. She goes, Dad, like, I'm gonna watch it as its own movie. Like I'm not gonna compare it to the other movie. 'cause
Yeah,
I
that's
love
the way to do
I
it.
love the Little Mermaid movie. This isn't that. I get it. It's a Little Mermaid movie
Yep.
of its own. And like for her to say that, it was pretty,
That's
pretty,
mature.
pretty
Yeah.
big of her. She goes, I know it's not gonna be the same. I just want to see it. I just want to see it as a movie and
Yeah,
see if
and
I
there's
like it as a
nothing-
movie. I
there's-
think it's the way we have to take it now.
There's,
You can't just
they,
keep comparing.
They just keep
I
doing.
struggle with that.
I'm just very
sometimes.
anti making
I get it.
things. Like I have this problem, and I'm generally an easy to please person. And I'm not like I'll probably like Indiana
Huh?
Jones. I'll probably like no when it comes to movies.
Easy to please.
Easy
No,
to
when it
please.
comes to movies, I like
well,
almost
I'll
everything
give you
I watch.
when it comes to movies.
I'm
okay.
not speaking about
In general?
generally, but
Good,
when
be
it comes
honest.
to like
Yeah.
movies,
Be honest.
Steve,
I'm a-
this
I'm a
YouTube
pretty-
video is terrible. Okay.
listen. If
That's
I
someone
say,
else made. Not
If
us.
I say a movie's bad, you could take it to the bank. That movie's bad because I generally like most things I watch.
You'll find something that
I'm
you can
generally
relate
I'm
to.
an
Right.
easy. I'm not a harsh critic.
You decide,
like-
you decide beforehand. Am I gonna like this? I'll watch it.
You're Siskel, not Ebert.
Well,
Got
no,
it.
I am just not a harsh critic. Like some people are harsh critics.
Does anyone know who Siskel and Ebert is?
Yes.
You don't
Well,
know? They're old school movie critics, and they would do movie reviews.
Yeah.
These two guys were
famous for it.
huge in the 80s and the 90s.
Nice.
But I'm an easy critic. I generally like what I watch. So just most things I get, I'm not like, oh, the camera work, the cinematography. Like I just enjoy.
I don't
things.
go
I don't
Complain
care
often.
about that. I don't care about the cinematography. I mean, it definitely helps.
No, I do.
Having good camera work.
There are some movies that the camera angles crush it. So I'll give you an example. The third Harry Potter movie. They transitioned to a new director. And the camera angles in that movie killed me.
Insane.
When the first two were dead on.
Listen.
Delivered well. Now, later on, it started getting better again. But, man, that transition movie was rough.
That is the one thing I can say. I am not a harsh critic when it comes to most movies. But here's the big but.
Here it comes. Big but.
If the movie is based on a book that I have read and enjoy, it better be phenomenal. Because the chances of me liking it are slim. Like in Harry Potter movies, everything after like the first one, maybe two.
Two was good.
Garbage. I really
feel like
had a hard time with
they
them.
did their best to recover in the last two. But man, the third one was the toughest because you had a new Dumbledore because he passed away.
Exactly.
And he
that
went
was my biggest thing.
so drastically the other
but they left
different
so
direction.
But if you read the books,
they cut out
so much out. And the final
no choice.
battle was
so much.
awful.
Yeah, the final
battle was awful. It was nothing like
even
the
the color, like the graphics that they tried to do with their entwining, and
I had
just
a
added
hard
no
time
way
with those
to it.
movies.
Yeah. I would say that if you were
I still
someone
got the
that
point
did not,
across,
if you were someone that did not read the books, you would look at that battle and be like, "Wow, that was pretty good." But when you're someone that has read the books, and without any spoilers, when you look at the changes
Spoilers were
that
years
they made,
later,
I know,
they-
but still, just in case some kids are watching it for the first time.
True.
Or reading it for the first
or reading
time.
too.
So
It looks
we
like
have
a
students
It
reading
is
it.
I
a great
suggest
series. Harry
read it, the
Potter, highly
books.
recommend.
For those of you that are looking to read a little bit more advanced chapter books that are entertaining and fiction,
you
Harry
grow
Potter
with them.
series.
You grow with them.
Yep.
So the writing grows.
So
with the,
well done. The books. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Steve. Yep.
I'm just saying that when I had read the final book, and and here's the problem when it comes to books that I know are going to be movies. I'm envisioning everything in my head as to what it's going to look like.
And that's
in the movie.
so difficult as a director and a writing team because every individual, while you take the same
vision it
literature
differently.
your output's always different.
So
I get that. I get that.
When I saw the
caveat-
changes, I was like,
the other
no,
caveat
stop.
to the I like
Yeah.
almost everything I watch would be video game movies.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a very cinematic video game,
Yeah.
like
the Mario Brothers movie?
I like Mario.
That was
Brothers.
done really well.
I
Yeah.
like that, but I don't find Mario to be that
Let's say
cinematic.
something more like The Last of Us.
The Last of Us or Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Uncharted annoyed.
Not good movie at
Well,
all.
because if you had played the games right off the bat, you're looking at the casting going,
Horrible.
This feels wrong.
no,
Well,
just no. And I know people
you
that
needed
like
a grittier main character.
Well, and I know people
a little
that
bit
liked
older.
it. I know people that liked it, but they never played the video game. I'm like, the video game's an interactive movie.
Well,
Like,
it's
I don't-
almost
Don't you
like
love games like that?
That's my style.
it's
game.
almost like
God
the
of
new
War is
Lara
another one.
Croft games.
God of War.
Love
God
the
of
new
War.
Lara Croft games.
The two very
Tomb
good.
Raiders.
Yeah, the
But
new
you're very
games
si-
are
yeah,
so
but they
cinematic.
were very similar to Uncharted. They came
Yes,
out after
and I
Uncharted,
love both games.
but they took some of the elements from Uncharted. But again, it's very difficult because it's already a very cinematic thing. So it's more story. Like Mario's not that story driven a game,
No, and neither was the movie was a little bit, but not too much.
right?
That-
But Uncharted is a very story driven, a very cinematic. So then to turn it. It's very difficult for me. But on the whole, most movies I see I like. So going back to my other point, the Ninja Turtles is coming out.
I'm still waiting.
You're not going to come see
for-
that with us? You're not going to come see that with us?
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I didn't
At
say
the
yes
very
yet.
least, we all need to go see the Spider-Man movie.
I want to see that too.
We're running
Across
out of
the
time. We're
Spider-Verse.
running out of time though. That's been on the theaters for a couple weeks.
Has it now? Oh man,
We got to do
I don't know.
It's
It's so
in its
popular
final
they might leave
leg.
it in there for a while.
we got to do a weapon technique each from each turtle.
Yeah, we do. Leading up to seeing that
Turtle
movie
technique of the week.
is what's happening. It's happening.
Or
We're
we
gonna
could
do
choose a
something with bow
fight
staff,
scene
katanas.
from each character from the original Turtles movies.
Huh?
You do like a
you
fight-
Get Michelangelo
fight
spinning a chuck on
choreo-
his finger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we'll
that.
do like a mini fight scene like we did with the Star Wars.
I don't care. I love it.
There's we can pull it right from the
One of the films, yeah.
yeah.
But I think we have to pull them all from the first film because that's the only good one.
No, that's not the only good one.
It's
Right.
the best one, though.
You know, I will say I watched the third one again. It's not as bad as it gets. It gets
The one in the Orient, like in the back, the
when
past.
they time travel a little bit. It's not as
It's
bad.
okay.
It's not as bad as I once thought.
It's okay.
Especially remembering that the Ninja Turtles always did weird sci-fi stuff.
It's all right. I don't disagree with you. They're okay.
And then
They're okay.
the CGI one was really good.
The newest ones where they're huge.
No. The CGI
Oh, the whole
cartoon
movie's
one.
CGI.
The one that came where it still showed the first three.
Yep.
It took off from the first three.
Is that the one that we showed at one of our movie nights?
That is the one.
TMNT?
TMNT. That one's good.
That movie, I got scared of that movie as a kid.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but
As a young child.
It came out like 2 years ago. No, I was kidding.
you were 22,
Yeah, exactly.
sir.
No.
Terrifying.
I forget exactly
Nightmares.
what year it came out. I think
Sweat.
I was like 5, 6 years
Oh,
old.
that's a great movie.
And I went to go see it in theaters, and like right off the bat, I was like, "Oh, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be."
That was your scary movie. My scary movie
That
was
was so
Terminator
No,
2.
that wasn't the movie.
Terminator
that gave me
2 was my
nightmares.
scary movie,
That
which
didn't
I
give me
showed some
nightmares,
funny scenes
but-
to Luca just the other day from that movie.
That was your scary movie? You know what my scary movie
T2?
was?
Yeah, big time. What?
The last
Dragon?
15 minutes of Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes, the crazy eyes.
The Crazy Eyes.
That did get me too. That did get me too a little
Killed.
bit.
That's it.
It wasn't
That was
that.
it.
You know what else too? Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, yes.
You saw it? You've seen it?
I've seen the music video. Yeah.
Michael
that
Jackson.
video.
Did you ever see the movie?
Terrified
Did you ever see his
me when
movie
I was little.
Moonwalker?
Yeah, it's a good
where he
movie.
becomes a car?
The robot. Yeah.
That always freaked me out.
Yeah, it was weird because they made it. The transitions were awkward.
He
They
became
were
a
creepy.
car.
A robot.
No, he becomes a
At
car
the
in
end,
there
At
too.
the end.
Yeah, he becomes a robot. He becomes a
The
car.
robot was the
was-
freaky part, not the car.
So
The car is freaky.
it was a freaky version of Transformers.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna have
Kind
to
of.
show you the clip. I'm gonna find it where he becomes the
Transformers with dance moves and singing.
car.
Interesting.
But the Thriller one was because it was crazy because you've watched how much of Michael Jackson, then all of a sudden you're watching the video like, oh, it's a Michael
He
Jackson
just-
movie.
yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
just sitting there, and all of a sudden he starts creepily turning into a werewolf, and his eyes are turning, and he's freaking you out. And I'm like, you don't want to turn your head because you're like, no, but it's Michael. What is? And you're caught.
Well, I'm
You're stuck-
curious to see.
You're stuck in the
I'm-
horror
I'm-
that
Yep,
is
yep,
I'm-
yep.
Thriller.
I'm curious for this Ninja Turtles movie because it's gonna focus on them being more teenagers,
But like preteen,
like 13,
like
13,
12,
like
13,
yeah, 12, 13.
Because Michelangelo's the youngest. He's like
Well,
11.
he said, look, the creator was saying, because I was reading the article, it's Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how they're gonna Dark Knight it. Was his exact expression, meaning, and he explained it. So this first one, if it's successful, the next one will have a little bit more serious a tone, and they'll bring the Shredder in as a bigger villain. So the Shredder's not the villain. He's not in this
the
first
main-
movie
at all.
At all.
Is he? Maybe he's referenced. No
Maybe in
spoilers,
like
who
a
knows?
maybe he's in like a credits.
or maybe his like name is used.
But
Orokusaki
they're
or
going to
whatever.
pull him into
I'm
the next
okay with
one.
that because these turtles are really
What
young.
are they doing
Because-
with
because,
Splinter
like-
though? Was he a rat or a person?
He's a rat.
I don't know. I don't know how they're handling him.
I like
He's
when
a
he's
rat.
a person better.
No, I don't know.
but what was he first?
Oh.
Like, was he a rat that
because
learned
they've done it many ways.
that learned kung fu from a magazine, or is he a
No.
martial arts master that could turn into a rat?
So in the original, remember the first Ninja Turtles movie?
Yeah, he was a martial arts guy.
No, the first movie he was a rat that mimicked the movements of his instructor
master.
from the cage.
And I didn't like that either.
But in the cartoon, he was a guy
Which I love that.
which became a rat.
Yes, I love that.
Because
Exposed
of the
to
mutagen,
rats.
yeah.
Yes.
And then and that made more sense, right? Because I was exposed to
Yes.
rats, I became a rat. They were exposed to me as a human, they became humans.
Yeah.
That made sense to me. And I don't know why they didn't just stick to that story. They changed it like 6 different ways from something.
Yeah, well, they do that. But
And then the last one was I was
but
a rat that learned
so
kung
he used
fu
the
from a
expression.
magazine.
He used the expression Dark Knight because in the Nolan trilogy, they didn't bring in the Joker, like the most recognizable Batman villain, until the second.
Because they wanted to draw you into the second one, yeah.
Right.
Yes. What a great movie that
And
was. Sorry.
So-
that was the Heath Ledger Joker
Yeah,
was
the Heath Ledger Joker.
phenomenal.
So that's
So
his
good.
idea is that
So
they're
good.
gonna do the Shredder kind of like that, where like
Try to draw
the
him into the next
Shredder's
one.
like the guy in the second movie, but they need to mature
But
the
aren't they-
turtles.
Aren't they coming with another live action one as well?
Yeah, rumor is they're trying to do a lot with these turtles.
They really
So-
are.
I just wish they would go that direction with the live action.
With
Hope
There's
they-
also
I
talks
hope
of them
they
doing
do.
the Last Ronin as
I
a
was about to
movie.
say what they need to do is
Like
make
a
the
rated
last
R.
Ronin.
Like a
I don't
rated
wanna
R.
say
Need
anything.
to do it the right way.
Yeah, they were saying almost that
Has to be rated
but
R.
like
Has to be.
Logan-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
has
but they would have to be like a rated
Oh my god,
R.
I was thinking all it was like I literally had Johnny Cash's Hurt playing in my head while I was reading that comic.
Oh, it's
I was
fun.
like, oh my god, this is just like Logan.
I can't even. I don't want to talk about it because Ronin is such a good story.
When you're older, kids.
Yeah. That's not a Ninja
That's a
Turtles
hard.
story.
That's a
But
hard
for
one.
adults that are like, oh, Ninja Turtles, that's old
Ninja
hat
Turtle
for me.
nostalgia.
Try Ronin. Try the.
Yeah,
it's a heavy
it's-
story,
woo.
heavy plot line.
Take a look.
Yeah, it is.
The game's coming out with the new character. Is it in September? The
think
bunny,
so.
the rabbit. What's it
Yeah.
called?
Yojimbo. Yusaki Yojimbo.
Coming out. Yeah.
Yusaki and then just Yojimbo.
Well,
we were playing the other day with the kids.
his name is
remember
Yusaki
when we used to play
Miyamoto.
Turtles? That was
Yeah.
fun.
His name is Yusaki Miyamoto,
Miyamoto,
but the
yeah.
comics were Yusaki Yojimbo.
Cool.
It's a big comic book character, epic comic book character
Yeah,
that
he's a
occasionally crosses
samurai.
over. It occasionally crossed over with the Ninja Turtles,
Yep.
but
Nice.
it's his own comic.
Yep. But I
Awesome.
thought he was a great add to the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah,
Big
100%.
time. Yeah, it's cool. A lot of good stuff coming out. It's gonna be interesting to see. To
But
circle
we gotta do a
back.
technique of the week for Turtles. A turtle technique of the week.
Yeah,
And that-
we're leading up to when the
that's-
movie has the movie come out yet? It hasn't come out yet.
No, it's coming out soon. I think in the
When it-
next 2 weeks.
Okay, when it
So
comes
we're
out.
gonna be
is that?
behind. We're gonna have to do 2 before and 2 after because we would do one a
Yeah,
week.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say like to be like a promotional. Well, not really, but like to celebrate the movie.
Like it. Celebrate it.
So we
the
gotta-
continued
so
push of Teenage
What
Ninja
I'm
Turtles.
hearing is we're going to see this movie with our Ninja Turtles masks
I don't
and
have
take
one.
a picture with. I don't have one yet either. We gotta
Oh.
we gotta get
We're
it.
gonna get him. Yeah, we're gonna get him.
Sold. I'm Raphael.
I wonder if there's Ninja Turtle.
Raphael.
I'm Leo. I wonder if there's Ninja Turtle Crocs.
Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle, Dave?
I'm
That's a good
sure
question,
there's a
actually.
Ninja Turtle gibbet.
I'll find out while you talk about your favorite,
Favorite
Ninja
turtle.
Turtle.
My favorite turtle? Okay. So, my favorite turtle started as Raphael
Okay.
in the cartoon.
Okay.
Because in the original cartoon, Raphael was sarcastic
Yep.
and fun.
He was Spider-Man.
He was not angry.
Yep.
But then the movies came out. And as soon as the first movie came out, where they were like in the suits,
Mhm.
real martial
Yeah.
arts, the suits, but then they had the animatronic heads. Donatello took over as my favorite, and it's been Donatello since.
Hmm.
The tech guy that was also because he was goofy in the movies, but he was the tech guy.
Yep.
And it's been Donatello since the first movie.
For me, it's still Raphael, but Michelangelo a tight second because as goofy as he is, when you read into the comics, the shows, the backstory, like he's pretty deep, Michelangelo, but he's so lighthearted that you don't you don't
Yeah.
catch it ever. You're just like, oh, he's a goofy,
So,
child, but he's not. He's actually again carrying into other conversations.
I mean,
with him.
I always liked Raphael in the cartoons because he was like,
They made him
sarcastic.
one-dimensional though, like too much. Like,
but then
he's just
like
gritty
he's
all
always the
time.
angry, gritty guy now
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
like wants to be leader
and then doesn't, and then he's
but they made him a leader in the last Nickelodeon the garbage Nickelodeon cartoon
I did not
show.
like it. Yeah, where they
Not
have
the
that
good one.
No, the ones where they
There's
got
a
like
really-
super weapons.
Yeah, there's a really good one. Not that one.
That's the one they gave Michelangelo a whip, right, or something like that.
Yeah, that one's garbage.
I tried to watch it. It was. So
I made the
dumb.
effort to, and it just wasn't.
I
that good.
never finished it.
But the one before that was amazing.
Which one now? Are you
The
talking about?
CGI one.
Oh yeah,
before
yeah.
that
With
was
the daughters
amazing.
in it a lot. Shredder's
Yeah,
his own.
could I? Yeah,
That's
There
a
are-
deep story too.
very good.
Plenty of.
Who's your favorite?
Oh, who's my favorite? Leonardo.
Why?
I liked him when I was a kid because I liked swords, and he had swords.
All right, that keeps it simple. It's
And
okay. It doesn't have to be
then,
complex.
And then as I got older, I continued to like him just because I liked his character as the leader.
Honorable leader.
I liked that character.
Yeah, it's not easy to lead, and he proved
In that movie that terrified you, he had to come and unite.
Yeah.
He did.
exactly.
He did. He
it.
did.
You're like, no, stop brandishing the
He-
sword. Protect
no.
me, Leonardo.
It wasn't him.
Stone creatures come to life.
Gargoyles. Protect me.
Was it Raphael and his
When you're 5 and
motorcycle
6.
movie?
When you're,
Oh,
fighting,
no.
when you're 5 and 6. No, when I actually went back and watched that. When I watched that movie for real, when I was I think I was a year or
22.
two older. Yeah, I was 22. No, I think I was a year or two older by that point. But when I went back and watched it, no, I actually found the
24.
Raphael scenes. God, yeah, I'm just not going to talk anymore.
No, you must
Turn-
finish it.
turn
You
the
went back and watched the
microphone
movie. Yes.
Turning my microphone off.
No, you went back and
Turning it
watched the
off.
movie.
3,
Finish your story.
2, 1.
Don't be like that.
Now turn it back on, though.
Don't be like that.
All right, so go
Okay, it's
ahead.
back on. There are plenty of frocks. There are plenty of frocks. for
No,
Ninja
but I
Turtles.
could just get a Ninja Turtle gibbet and throw that in and be happy.
Oh yeah. There were plenty of those that are more or less official.
That's cool.
They're selling some on Etsy.
Or what we could do is we're gonna make each Croc weapon. We already have Croc chucks. I can make Croc Sai.
We did
We can
post.
make-
We post a teaser post of Crocs Eye and did nothing with it.
Yeah, we can do Croc Sai.
Croc
We do
bow is
Croc
easy.
bow.
That's
Easy.
Croc
They
bow
can
is
even
And
put it
Croc
in the
sword.
middle
The
on
Croc
ends.
katana, yeah, that's easy too. The Crocs can just be the handles, yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Well,
blade.
we have to just make sure we position them in
sorry.
a way where you can hold it. That's
Yeah,
that's a
we'll make
wide
it
hold.
happen.
Yep, we'll make it happen. All right.
We'll make it happen.
Lots
we'll
of
have
cool
a Croc
things
Ninja Turtle
coming
outfit.
for TMNT.
That's where the Croc bandana will work really well to wrap around the handle of the sword. With
That's
gibbets
true.
in it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Have it
I do want
hanging
to
off
see.
the sword.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm going to be pleasantly surprised with this Ninja Turtles movie. There's times where I'm
I hope
pleasantly
so.
surprised.
I hope so. I think that it's pretty cool. They're trying to have them as actual young
They
teenagers.
really wanted to relate to the kids. Like Seth Rogen was talking about that. He really wanted to relate to like that
The same
12,
way the same way the old cartoon did.
that 12 and 13 crowd. Because you remember we were kids when the cartoon came out.
I just
Like
think that
kids.
I think at the end though, there needs to be a struggle. Like there needs to be hey, these are kids though, right? Like if they just dominate everybody, it's going to be.
But they're ninja.
I get
But they're
that,
ninja.
but I think
And mutants.
I think what's the difference between
And turtles.
this and the continuation of the need for a second movie is they need to struggle here at the end for them to now show improvement in the second movie.
Well, they're just
It has
aging in the
to.
second movie and then bring a harder villain.
That's
in.
what I'm saying. Like, I
Yeah,
think
I
they're
still
bringing
think
Shredder
maybe-
in the second one
I
because
think
they're
it
going
needs
to
to
be
be
a little
super
older.
light and fun, but I think the end
Sounds like
has
it.
to be a pretty, almost like the Kingpin in the Spider-Man movie, where he didn't dominate. Everybody helped him dominate because he was brand new and young. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
in the Batman movie, he
Oh, I did finally
in the
watch that, by the
Nolan
way.
in the Nolan trilogy though,
Yeah.
Batman comes out on top and he's victorious, and then they introduce
The heavier villains.
a interesting challenge.
Yep.
They could do that. They could try that.
Which
too.
is,
No,
you
I
know-
agree. That's not a bad direction. I agree. I did watch the new Batman. When you guys told me you recommended I watch with what's his name from Twilight.
Oh, the
Robert
Batman.
Patterson.
Yeah.
It was good, right?
It wasn't bad at all. I still don't understand why they all feel. I felt like his Bruce Wayne was still weak. I still felt like he could have put on the show as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Instead, he was like grumpy the whole time.
I'll tell you why.
I thought he was good in the other movies as
He hasn't
putting on the
developed
show.
the
I was
the
about to
persona,
say
though.
he
Yeah.
was still in that transition phase where it was
parents
almost
just
like
died.
well, not just died, but it was almost like he was still in an identity crisis. Like he was
It's
in
his second year. He
Second
hasn't
year as
really-
Batman, and he is all in as Batman. That's why he was grumpy all the time. That's why he was still like all taciturn, and that's why he was acting like Batman, even
Man,
though
let
he
me
was in
tell
the Bruce
ya.
Wayne persona.
Yeah.
Is because he had not developed that double life yet.
Whoever they get as Batman, I mean, I know they're still going to do the Robert Pattinson as an Elseworlds,
Yes, that's
Um,
still going to be happening. Yeah.
but whoever they get to play Batman in the main continuity universe, better be taking notes from that Michael Keaton performance in The Flash.
I didn't.
Yes.
Oh
You
my
saw it?
God!
We both saw.
Yeah, we saw it.
Good.
What? Wait.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton was the
okay.
movie.
Yeah, let's say we'll just end it on this note for the Flash movie because we're approaching an hour. But yeah. So this is how you can tell
Without spoilers.
without spoilers. As I say, this is how you can tell what we think of the Flash movie. Our favorite part was Michael Keaton.
He
Batman.
was so
And he was
good.
there for like.
And he was there for about
20 minutes?
A total cumulative
Like 20 minutes.
to 20 to 25 minutes of screen
But
time.
Now
the way
without
they-
ruining anything. No, finish.
The way they handled both him as Bruce Wayne and he was still smart and like a detective. He's explaining things. And then when you actually see him fight, it is spot on for what you picture a Batman to fight.
Have
as.
you played the Arkham games?
Love them. Yeah.
Literally in the scene. I know you know the scene that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I know exactly the scene. you're
Without
thinking of.
giving it away. Yeah.
Without giving it away. There is a scene in that movie with the Batman fight, and it is literally the exact same way you would do Batman
so is it
in
like
the Arkham games.
the good cartoons where it's like he's basically taking them out from the shadows? Like, is it that way?
Pretty much.
Where he needs
Yeah.
to be smarter than them, not
He's
just bullying
just,
through
it's
it.
just the,
I mean, he still pulls through it, but pretty.
It's
He
just
uses
a-
Batman-esque.
yeah. And
Like
it's
I
just a
said,
good,
Arkham game, right? Like in the Arkham games, he's messing people
it's just a
up.
good,
And it's all great martial arts.
it's just it's a good version of Batman. It's like you can understand when he's talking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he's.
I never understood why we went there.
You can understand
Yeah.
when he's talking. He's got somewhat of a sense of humor.
Where is it?
He does have somewhat of a sense of humor.
He did have a sense.
Well,
of
he
humor.
should
And-
because the Bruce Wayne side of him
and
Is an entertainer.
and like they do little things. Like it's not a spoiler, but like the Flash is trying to figure something out, and he's getting into people's files and trying to figure out where basically Superman's going to be located on this Earth, and he can't do it, and he falls asleep in the chair. And Bruce Wayne has already said he's not going to help him out, and then he wakes up.
Yeah,
to
it's in typical Batman fashion. He goes, "I'm not helping you,"
Right.
and then literally the next day,
he
"I'm
wakes
helping
up.
you."
So, but the Flash wakes up to the
All right, don't
file.
give away too much.
He wakes up to the file already sitting on his lap, like Bruce Wayne found
It's
it.
like, I just figured this out.
like that. It's
In
like
seconds, yeah.
there you go.
No,
And
if
it's like
only-
that's Batman.
If only it was Kevin.
Yeah, I saw
Conroy's
some reviews
voice.
that without letting it ruin for me, but I heard like the other characters were just so one-dimensional.
The
It's really
Flash
bad.
was the weakest part of his own movie.
Yeah, I really like.
He was multiple characters.
Is annoying, but
Because in the cartoon,
I would
in the
most-
cartoon he was great.
In the cartoon, he was awesome.
With no Reverse Flash.
Amazing.
Dude, no.
Yeah, you know what? That's not really a spoiler. Yeah, there's no Reverse Flash at
No.
all.
Boo.
They didn't bring him in at all.
It was a valiant
Boo.
attempt.
Agreed.
It was just wasn't
Why
what
are
I
we-
expected.
Why are we still attempting when the scripts work successfully somewhere already?
But what they needed to do is
Copy the
they're
cartoon.
trying to reboot their universe,
They would do it right.
but
This movie could have been the reboot for the universe.
it should have been.
And
but-
they could have been another actor for the Flash. This would have been the time. You didn't need that same actor who I
It's
feel
true.
has been
I would
struggling
say
as the Flash.
I would say that you go into this thinking that this is going to be the soft reboot. This is going to be the X-Men Days of Future Past
Yeah.
for the DC universe.
And if you brought in a
But
new
it's
Flash
not.
as he's traveling back in time, they could
I'm
have
just
showed
I'm
the
just
other
curious
Flash
to see. I'm
or
curious to see
whatever,
how
but not use
James
them.
Gunn is going to do the new universe. I did see for the Superman movie, he did cast a Green Lantern.
In the Superman movie?
Yep.
And they cast the Superman
So,
already.
so
Superman's
they're
cast.
not. Superman is cast. Lois is cast. They cast Nathan Fillion as a Green Lantern. He's probably going to play Guy Gardner.
Okay.
Because they want already superheroes already exist with this Superman movie, so they're already out there. They cast. So this is an interesting one. They
So
got.
is this a mistake though? Do you think starting without origin stories?
No, I think everybody knows his
Yeah, but they
basic origin
don't.
story.
The problem is they
No,
keep
so-
butchering the
No,
story.
the problem is they keep doing the origin story. Like we don't need the
Oh,
origin
they didn't.
story.
They didn't do that.
They
with,
didn't do it with Spider-Man.
They didn't do that with
Yeah.
Batman, and they still. Ben Affleck
They'll-
Batman was amazing.
They will touch
but
on
they
it.
still,
They will touch on him because it's supposed to be him going through being a Kryptonian with human values. So
Okay.
that I'm sure they'll touch on it. But I mean, I'm so tired of seeing it. Everybody knows. We all know. We know how he comes to be. Anyway, they have oh, now I just blanked on his name. Who's the Elemental Man?
Oh
Give me
shoot!
his real name.
What's
He's got another superhero name. He's got all. He looks all different.
I can't think of it.
It's bothering me so much.
Is this the superhero character or the actor's name? What are you trying to get here now?
No, the superhero's name.
It's
So they call him
Elemental Man.
Elemental Man, but he has a
Yeah.
different superhero name too. He was in the
It's not
Justice
Atom
League
Smasher.
cartoon.
No,
he was in the Justice League cartoon. He's got all the different colors.
Oh dang it! Come on.
Oh man, I don't even have my phone because it's
I don't
over.
know.
Oh god, it's Mason. Rex Mason. Rex
Rex
Mason. Rex Mason.
But he's got another name. What's the other name?
Did it? Wait, what?
Elemental Man, but he has another name that he goes by too.
Another name? that
Look
he
up
goes
Rex
by?
Mason right now. Yeah.
Elemental.
I'm on it.
Elemental
got,
Man has another name that he goes by.
What? I didn't know that.
Yes, he does.
I didn't know that. They didn't use it in
no,
the cartoon.
Yeah, they did.
They used it in the cartoon. When did they use it?
Maybe
in
it's
the
not
cartoon?
Elemental Man. Maybe I'm thinking of.
I know who you're talking
look up-
about.
Come on, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
This is taking all.
Metamorpho.
Did it come up?
Oh, that was the name of the episodes. That
No.
was the project name. That was the name that
So
Stag
Metamorpho-
Industries
so-
It's
put it
Metamorpho.
under. That was,
Metamorpho. See, I just
They
just
wanted
Yeah,
to create.
Metamorpho, real name Rex Mason.
yeah. So
Was an old
Metamorpho has been cast in the Superman movie.
Interesting. He doesn't really tie into Superman.
I don't. They have a Green
Lantern.
Lantern.
this
They have
kid?
Metamorpho.
No.
No, that's not him. That's
Um,
Rex. The other one.
They have Metamorpho. They have a Green
No,
Lantern.
look
and they
look him up
cast.
for the original Justice
They
League
cast a
cartoon.
Hawk Girl.
They cast a Hawk. This is all for the Superman movie?
Yeah.
I really hope this doesn't turn out to be that all the side characters are better than the main
know.
character. 'Cause, man,
I know, right?
this is not.
I already
good.
think it's too many characters. This is what I'm
Already,
saying. It's already
right?
too. Get one character
Focus
right,
on
please.
But
one
James Gunn,
character.
James Gunn,
This
he
guy?
knows what he's doing. That's Metamorpho. Yep. Yes,
I
sir.
already don't like it. It's too much.
We don't know yet. We don't know that. We can't go in like that.
But they've done this already. How many times
we
did that
can't do
mistake
it.
happen?
We can't do it. We can't go in like that. Anyway,
Batman versus Superman. Throw in Doomsday. Why not? It's not a big enough story on its own.
Yeah.
Crush old Batman.
Let me tell
and
you
hey,
though.
you know what?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
let me tell you though,
Boom, splash her in.
they added Doomsday to Lois, Superman and Lois. So good.
I thought it
They did
was
the right way?
really well.
I thought
They
it
did the
wasn't
right way? They
Doomsday.
built
I
him
thought
up
it,
the right
really
way?
well.
I thought it was what's his name?
I'll-
The alternate Superman. What's his
I'll
name?
tell you all about it off camera.
Oh no, he was in that too.
I'll tell you all about it off
Okay.
They
camera.
were both in it.
Because they introduced him like Doomsday. He was in the full suit.
I'll tell you about it off camera.
Oh.
I don't
So
want to
we don't wanna
spoil
ruin it.
anything.
No spoilers, folks.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
gonna
cool.
spoil things
We
here.
went off on a
All
tangent.
right.
You know what
I
we
think
are
it's-
going to spoil is the fact that we have an Instagram and a TikTok that you can follow at
And-
Kickin' and Crocs.
And Threads.
And the Threads, that's true, which is attached to Instagram. So if you
Yeah,
have not
buddy.
downloaded Threads yet, we're on Threads. It's Instagram's version of Twitter. So if you guys want to check us out on there, we're posting, various bits and bobs,
Pips and bops.
various bits and bobs.
Bippity boppity boos.
But if you haven't followed us there, you can at Kickin' and Crocs.
Sugar and
spice.
K-I-C-K-I-N
Also, the magic of views.
dot rocks.
No.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
CROCS.
I didn't even hear you. I was going to try with my CROs.
Too late now. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nick.
Where you'll get some nice bippity bops on YouTube.
We're going to clean some chimneys. Clean
No,
some chimneys.
On YouTube is the Alakazoos. We talked about this.
Chimney, chimney, chim, chim,
Uh,
chim.
That's as much as we can say without getting sued.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
Copyright
that's right.
pending. Just kidding.
That's as much as we
Long
can
as it
say.
is.
I did look up hymns,
Without
though. I did
being-
look up famous
We're working on it.
hymns.
It all comes full circle.
So I did look it up. I Googled them the other night, and I'm going to start the process this weekend.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Wrap
All
us
right.
up.
Man.
Bring
I'm
us
going to
home.
put this into comfort mode. Let's
All right,
go.
we're putting it into comfort mode. Where was I? I said subscribe to us on YouTube already.
Threads.
We already said about Threads. That's awesome. Send us pictures and videos of you throwing your kicks in Crocs, guys. We haven't gotten
Do
a lot of
it.
submissions.
It
So,
is summer on your favorite amusement park ride or
Yes.
game with Crocs on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Send us those as well. And if you are listening to the podcast instead of watching it on YouTube, Nick, what should they give us?
5-star ratings, folks. 5 stars. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We love you from the bottom of our Crocs.
And what he said. Until next time, I have been Sleepy Steve.
Always, Dave.
Still Nick.
And you stay kicking internet.
Boom. Shabuda.
There it is.